Good morning, students. Today I am going to start chapter number 3, Poverty as a Challenge from Economics. And today I will discuss with you some topics like overview of the chapter and introduction about the chapter. After that, two typical cases of poverty, for example, urban case and rural case. After that, poverty as seen by social scientists, and topic number 5 is social exclusion, and topic number 6 is vulnerability. All right, so students, overview is related to the poverty as a challenge. And students, you know very well that poverty is a very big challenge among all the people of India. And this chapter also deals with the difficult challenges faced by the independent India, and this is poverty. So students, in this chapter I will discuss with you about the multi-dimensional problem with the help of examples, and also we will discuss about the poverty seen by social scientists and poverty trends, and after that we will discuss with you poverty line and causes of poverty, and as well as anti-poverty measures whatever taken by the government for the eradication of poverty from India. All right, and finally this chapter ends with broadening the official concept of poverty into a human poverty. Okay, so your next topic is introduction. So students, every day you and me every day we can see landless laborers in villages, or people living in overcrowded juggies, or very poor condition in hut like kholis or juggies in cities, and they could be daily wage workers at construction sites, or we can see also child workers in dhabas, etc. And they could also be beggars with children in tatters. So students, we see poverty all around us, and data given by the World Bank that every fourth person in India is poor. It means roughly near about 260 million or 26 crore people in India living in very poor condition or in poverty. And India also has the largest single center or concentration of the poor in the world. And all above whatever I told you illustrates the seriousness of the challenges of poverty. All right. After that, your next topic is two typical cases of poverty. Number 1 is urban case and number 2 is rural case. So students, the following two cases show the many dimensions of poverty including lack of proper food, shelter, healthcare, education, as well as clean water and sanitation. And they also show lack of regular means of livelihood. Okay, so first of all, I am going through the urban case. So students, in urban area, Ram Saran is daily wage laborer in flour mill near Ranchi in Jharkhand, and he earns only 1500 per month when employed, and he support his family of 6 persons, besides sending some money to his elderly parents. And his wife and son also work, but none of his 4 children can attend school. So, on the basis of above, you can understand that the family lives in a one-room rented house on the outer areas of the city, and the children are undernourished and have very few clothes or footwear and no any access to healthcare. Okay, after that, rural case. So students, Lakha Singh, who is living in rural area, and he is a landless laborer in a small village near Meerut in Uttar Pradesh. And by doing odd jobs for farmers, he earns rupees 50 per day. And his job is also not regular. Sometimes he is getting and sometimes he is not getting. Okay? So, by doing odd jobs for farmers, he earns rupees 50 per day, and sometimes he gets some food grains or other items instead of cash. And also he is not literate, and his family of 8 people lives in a kacha hut near the side, outskirt or edge of the village, and they have no access to healthcare and cannot afford new clothes or even soap or oil. Okay? So students, on the basis of above cases of poverty, and discuss the following issues related to poverty, like landlessness, unemployment, size of families, illiteracy, poor health or malnutrition, child labor, and helplessness. So students, these 2 typical cases shows many dimensions of poverty, like hunger and lack of shelter. And it also shows a situation in which parents are not able to send their children to school, and their children are sick or undernourished and cannot afford any treatment. And poverty means also lack of clean water and sanitation facilities, and it means there is no any regular job at minimum decent level. They are also helpless, and poor people are in a situation or a condition in which they are they are illiterate, and they also cannot afford money to send their children in school, and also they are all ill treated at every place, like in farms, in factories, and government offices, and hospitals, and even railway stations, etc. etc. So, students, now on the basis of above examples, you can understand very clearly that poverty is one of the biggest challenges of independent India, has been to bring millions of its people out of abject poverty. And Mahatma Gandhi also said that India would be truly independent only when the poorest of its people become free of human suffering. And students, here the meaning of human suffering is, it means if they all will able to arrange all the facilities and necessities to complete their everyday needs. Okay? After that, your next topic is poverty as seen by social scientists. So students, as you know very well that always researchers, scientists and social scientists work together to understand the problem of society also. That's why social scientists look at it through a variety of indicators. It means the indicators used relate to the levels of income and consumption. It means social scientists find out that two main points which are income and consumption are very important to observe poverty. But nowadays, poverty is also looked through other social indicators like illiteracy, lack of general resistance or general needs, and due to malnutrition and lack of access to healthcare and lack of job opportunities, and also lack of access to safe drinking water and sanitation. So students, these are all example of poverty and seen by social scientists as a indicators of poverty. But first of all, they observed only two. They were income and consumption. But nowadays, all these which I told you above, observed and checked by the social scientists as a indicators of poverty. And students, this we analysis of poverty based on social exclusion and vulnerability is now becoming very common in Indian society. All right. So after that, your next point is social exclusion. So students, social exclusion is a process where people are excluded or neglected or boycotted from facilities, benefits and opportunities that others enjoy. Okay? So students, according to the concept of poverty, poverty must be seen in terms of the poor having to live only in a poor surrounding with other poor people. and they are unable to enjoy social equality like well-off people or like rich people, and they are also faces a lot of problem in society, and they also cannot live near to the surroundings of rich people or better off people. So social exclusion can be both a cause as well as consequence of poverty in the usual sense. And with the help of example, we can understand very clearly that what is social exclusion. So students, a typical example is the working of the caste system in India, in which people belonging to certain castes are excluded or neglected or boycotted from equal opportunities. And students, here the meaning of opportunities means like employment, and also proper and regular health care, and also about the fresh drinking water, and also housing, and job, and sanitation. These are all opportunity which are provided by government to every people of India. But you know very well that poor are neglected totally. So social exclusion thus may lead to, but can cause more damage than having a very low income. Alright, it means poor people sometime getting job and sometime not. That's why their earning is also very low. Alright, after that, vulnerability. So students, vulnerability is a type of condition in which people suffering from any kind of problem in present time, and may be possible they will suffer or face in future also. Alright, so vulnerability is a measure describing the greater probability of certain communities or individuals of becoming or remaining poor in the coming year also, and it is further analyzed on the basis of the greater risk faced at the time of natural disasters by these groups. Okay, for example, the two social groups most vulnerable to poverty, like scheduled caste and scheduled tribes household. It means they suffered a lot of problem after the independence of India, and still they are facing a lot of problem. And you can take another example of casteism or caste system. So you know very well that before independence of India and nowadays also, many people discriminated only on the basis of casteism, like upper class, lower class, rich and poor. Alright, and maybe anybody is affected by earthquakes or tsunami or terrorism activity, and they lost each and everything due to any disaster. Maybe they were man-made or they were the natural. They lost everything and suffered by a lot of problem. Okay, and still they are suffering with this problem, like problem of housing, problem of sanitation, problem of jobs, whatever. So students, these all which I told you above are the example of vulnerability. It means a condition in which people suffering with any kind of problem. All right, and maybe they will suffer in future also. Then all these shows vulnerability. All right, students. So students, for today, that's all. And listen my lecture very carefully, and anywhere you have any problem, then contact me. All right, thank you and have a nice day.